According to Chinese astrology, this year for 2022, it is the year of the black water tiger. So with Chinese astrology, every year is a different animal, one of the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac, and there is an associated element. So this year, the element with the tiger is water. So when it comes to animal symbology and meaning, it's similar to numbers in numerology, where we're talking about energy, frequency, archetype, characteristics, the good, the bad, opportunities and challenges. And we are each an animal sign according to the year we're born. So for me, I'm actually a tiger, and it's a tiger year, so I'm pretty excited about this one. If you'd like to know which animal you are, I have a link under this video of an article I've written on that, as well as articles on Chinese astrology and New Year. So it's a matter of being really open to the meaning of the animal of the year, and with that openness and awareness and understanding what traits are coming through, what messages are coming through with this animal energy, then it's a matter of embodying and integrating that energy. And it first comes with awareness. So it's knowing what to expect as the backdrop energy of the year, just like numerology has a number for the year. And I'll be making a video on the number of 2022. Once that's ready, it will be below this video also, so check that out. So with the year of the black water tiger, water is the color black, and it really associates to me with that feeling of the subconscious mind and the void, but not so much an emptiness, but a deepness. And a deepness is really something to be embodying this year, going deeper and deeper within into your well of knowing. So the messages coming through today are also with intuitive messages and through the angelic realms as well. And I've pulled out a few oracle cards as well. So going deeply into your intuitive awareness is what I really feel is a core message to start off with. And if you really feel and sense that deepness through my voice and the energy, then you'll understand what that means for you and how much it's important now when we're moving forward, because the tiger is very much about moving forward, which I'll talk about soon. But before we move forward, we must go within and go deep down into our own crevices, into the deep sort of juncture of our heart and soul, and right in there into the cavern, and really see what is true for us. And then as we move forward, it's coming from that place rather than from outside of us or through a more lower kind of energy or confusion or being swayed by other energy and people. So that's where groundedness comes into place as well. Tiger is usually a wood energy, and that's quite grounded. And this year we have the water energy connected, and water is all about flow and movement and really allowing things to move naturally. So it's telling you to be in alignment with the waters, to not push against the stream, just go with the flow. But there's really much the feeling with tiger of action and movement forward. So really going with that momentum forwards, plunging forwards, propelling and launching in, so long as the water is flowing that way, right? So moving with the flow and skyrocketing, but with a discernment, which I'll get up to soon as well. So with the tiger, one of the chief features is about its power. So it really comes to mind now, that feeling of self-power, really amplifying your personal power and working on that this year. With that comes messages of self-preservation, protection. Really, it blends in with that going deep, because when you go deep within yourself, you are more grounded and embodied, and that's a more powerful place and a protected place to come from. And when you embody that sense of real, true self-power and strength, then it helps you to get out of your comfort zone, which this year there will be opportunities to do that and to reach out and sort of come out of your shell and really come into your confidence and courage. But with that, you really need to be grounded and stabilize your emotions and and blocks. And that's where the crystals come into place, because this whole time I kept thinking tiger's eye crystal is very connected, obviously, with the tiger energy, but also all those symbols that it stands for, power and confidence and courage, also the protection and stabilization of emotions. So really, if you'd like to be using some crystals to enhance this energy and just for your own personal growth and well-being, tiger's eye is a great crystal to use. It's also great for your psychic protection, your personal protection, and releasing those emotional blocks that you have and stabilizing you so you come from a more centered and grounded place. I also was feeling which crystals I felt: black tourmaline to enhance that protection and a lot of those qualities as well. Also the emotional aspect and the release. Lapis lazuli as well, for very similar reasons, but also a kind of psychic grounding. So psychic grounding is sort of a word, a term that I've made up myself, that really is to do with your psychic energy and when you're very up in your upper chakras, and like grounding that in and from a very deep kind of intuitive place. So intuitive grounding. And citrine also comes up for me with a great power stone for your solar plexus, for your confidence, for your inner sense of power and gut knowing, which are really vital this year. And it's interesting because when I went to pull a few cards out to support us today with understanding what we need to know about tiger energy, the first card that came through was crystals, and that was right after I was intuiting which crystals would be good. So that was just a double assurance and validation. So the tiger is about strength and power and energy, vitality, being brave, confident, courageous. And if I say those words and they trigger you somehow, or your gut kind of goes, oh God, that's scary, then that's a sign that that they are elements for you to develop within yourself and to work on your own personal growth in that way. So really go there so that you can become more bold and tenacious and independent and assertive. And that's where boundaries come into place as well. Tiger is, with the water energy, is not just water as emotions, but really sort of wild emotions. So the tiger being wild and emotions being the water energy, you put those two together, it's really interesting, like an interesting current of water. So some things to watch out for would be, for example, aggression or being over competitive or comparing to others, and also conflict with authority, with systems. And I know that's really a general theme for the last couple of years anyway that we've seen out there. So really honing in on what's important to you and watching that quick temper. Tiger is also about justice. So that's a really key theme at the moment. And just feeling personally supported and protected. And it's also, I mentioned the energy aspect as an energetic, also vitality, life force energy, health has been a theme, and abundance. And with abundance, it's really about being in flow with the energy, expanding wealth and enterprise in a more grounded abundance. But there's that feeling of, and I know not everyone's feeling that abundant energy in terms of wealth, but it's opening up a space within you, opening up your energy to allow the new to move through, including financial abundance and opportunity, but also just allowing any blocks to sort of dissipate and break away. That's what I'm feeling. So, and being abundant with the space within you and around you. When it comes to the self, I mentioned boundaries just before, and that's really, really vital. It's about being true to you and what you want, not what others want. So really focusing on you, and that comes back down to going deep within, including putting yourself before other people, before situations and outside of situations. So you're taking care of yourself. You're working on your energy field and you're protecting that. So, and you're coming from a place of pure life force energy and discerned action. So you're not just sort of jumping out willy-nilly. You're really thinking about your moves like a tiger does. So when it comes to action and decisions and change, we really have that life force flowing energy that I spoke about, that forward movement. And it's really important to come from that energetic space of being clear and being more strategic and intentional in yourself and your thoughts and your motivations and your ideas and approach to things, rather than foolish or impetuous. So try to avoid hasty action. Make it smart like a tiger does. Make it count. So it's like the tiger moves, right? And not all of us are chess players. I know that I'm not strategic in that way. I'm really bad at strategy games and all that sort of thing because I just don't think that way, right? As a sort of angel type person. So, but this is more, obviously some might use it in that more negative way for control. But if you're to use it in that more wise way, it's about sort of stepping back, stepping out of the drama, putting yourself outside of that bubble and coming into alignment with you. And so that you know what is right for you, so that when you go to take action, you're coming from that place, rather than bouncing around when that unpredictable kind of change comes in. So really make sure that you're in alignment with your true self and your self-power. And that will help when you're making decisions, so that you're not coming from a wonky place, but that grounded, centered place that I've been speaking about. Just like the stripes on that pattern on the tiger's body, it gives that feeling of, duality, like not as much as a zebra, but there's that feeling of two ways. So for example, the two can be like a relationship, or making decisions can be hard, choosing a fork in the road. So with that, it gives me the impression, it's making me think about careers. One of the cards that came through, actually there were two career cards that came through. One was career transition and the other was explore your options. And it's really giving me the feeling of that, for many, it's about a transition in your life in general, with everything happening in the world. Also personally with your careers, with your whatever it is for you. You could be studying or retired, or have a job that you don't like, or between jobs, or lost your job, whatever it is. It could be that for some it's rerouting is what I'm really feeling. That's the word coming through. So rerouting and aligning more, getting away from triggers, getting away from self-doubt and insecurity, and moving towards when you're sure in yourself more, rerouting to a career change or work change or transition in your life. So don't be afraid to explore options, and you never know what might be there for you around the corner. So there is the feeling of that quite a lot. And also with careers, there's that sense of that kind of, there's a very big boss kind of energy. So it's great for business, even just small businesses or sole traders, entrepreneurs, people. And I wrote down a note, soul workers, soul as in SOLE. And that's also a tax term, if you're not a business. But the angels joked around with that word. It's also SOUL, soul. So soul workers, people working from soul, light workers from that love, bringing your heart-centeredness to your job, to your vocation, or to volunteering, or whatever it is for you, even if it's a little side thing or an interest, because interest and passion also come into it. So with work also, and business and career, also comes learning, education, study, so expansion of the mind, because tigers are sensitive, deep thinkers, so it's going deeper and deeper and deeper. And look, it's, for example, if you look into an actual tiger's eye, the animal, it's amazing what you can find, and it goes deep and deep and deep. And the angels are showing me now, it's like those babushka dolls, those Russian dolls, where there's a doll within a doll within a doll. And so within the eye, there's just one realm after another. And so going deeper, and the tiger's eye crystal also embodies that element. So it's by no mistake why it's called the tiger's eye. So be open to, I'm hearing intuitive downloads, your clairaudience opening up. They're showing me like the tiger as a cat animal, the ears popping up, like hearing sounds before others. And the message here is that higher frequency sounds and energy coming through. This year I've got shivers all over my body. For you guys who are intuitives and energy sensitives, feeling that, right? Feeling that before others. So really, when you get into your embodiment, when you really feel the energy of what's around you, it's, if you heard that car beep, that was just perfect timing. And that's Archangel Michael energy coming through. So being in that stream of open consciousness, and opening up your higher sort of antennas and higher chakras, but at the same time from a very deeply grounded place. So there's balance and being centered, and so that when you're receiving information, it's been integrated, and that you can then perform your action Take your action steps from that grounded, secure place that's aligned. So with that sense of learning and ideas as well comes being open to source and grounding in what you're receiving. There's a great energy for any kind of sort of enterprise, expanding, going bigger, innovation, solutions, launches. It's a really good year to launch a business. Like that's what I'm actually doing. So I'm really excited about this. And I'm a tiger. And launching ideas, projects, sort of getting something on the road, right? Sort of taking it off. So they're showing me now like a firecracker that's about to pop. So you're launching it, right? And so, you know, they're showing me sometimes there's little fizzes, right? The firecracker doesn't work, and that's okay. Just keep going. Take that risk. There's risk, but calculated risk, if you like. Not as calculated as the Capricorn or Saturn type energy, or rat energy. This is more of, and rat energy, by the way, was 2020, which is very sort of tight and very Capricorn, actually. There was a lot of Capricorn that year. Very to do with sort of feeling enclosed and restricted. And systematic. So Tiger's more about strategic moves at an intelligent, intuitive place. So with your career, it's about going bigger. And if you're not into career and it's not a thing for you, going bigger as a person, bigger, brighter, really shining like a star. That's what they're showing me. Amplifying your energy, heightening your frequency, and coming from a place of power and then impacting others from that space. And that's where the abundance and the energy and the expansion and the openness and the spaciousness come in. Take action, but at the time that's right for you and in alignment with the stars, so to speak, with your higher self. Do watch for unpredictability coming in. Just always make sure it comes back to you, right? And be prepared to adapt. There's a lot of progress and advancement. So be confident to take up opportunities, and this could also be connecting with others. It feels like it's time to connect with others, and relationships is the key theme this year, which is really interesting. That really blends in with the numerology 6 energy this year. So be sure to watch my numerology video for 2022. It's very tied in, and I love when the Chinese animal connects with, so take action, but at the time that's right for you and in alignment with the stars, so to speak, with your higher self. Do watch for unpredictability coming in. Just always make sure it comes back to you, right? And be prepared to adapt. There's a lot of progress and advancement. So be confident to take up opportunities. And this could also be connecting with others. It feels like it's time to connect with others, and relationships is the key theme this year, which is really interesting. That really blends in with the numerology 6 energy this year. So be sure to watch my numerology video for 2022. It's very tied in, and I love when the Chinese animal connects with the numerology of the year, and I usually sort of find those links, and it really deepens and validates that is a key theme and sort of underpinning energy. And it's about more coming to relationships from an intuitive point of view, where you intuit and emote. So coming from an emotional, intuitive level, really connecting with how you feel yourself rather than being influenced, your genuine feelings. So stepping back and not falling into the mess of others, not standing back, not being a part of that drama and chaos. And then you'll be able to tune into what is right and not right for you, and work on your wills and won'ts, your boundaries. Okay, so coming into alignment with what boundaries need to be put in place. And then they're showing me turnkey. So once you've got your boundaries in place and you've intuitive what you need, then turnkey, as in turn that lock and lock your box. Because as empaths and sensitives, we have, and earth angel types, we've really just bowed down to the needs of others, and we've just sacrificed ourselves, and we've burnt ourselves to the ground. And it's now time to rise up, but we can't do it from a tired, unhealthy perspective. And they're showing me that unhealthy means not just physical health, but also emotional, mental, spiritual, so energetic, and so on. Okay, it's every aspect and sphere of your life. So it's keeping away from conflicts. There's been a lot of global conflict energy and arguments, and really working on those triggers, emotionally resolving things within yourself, and rising above. So choosing your battles wisely, and As an empath, you don't want to take on the personal energy of others, their anger and all their junk. It's not for you. It's time to shut those doors. Turn that key, lock it. It's not for you. Okay? Protect yourself. So that's where those crystals come in for the protection as well, just as a sort of extra little toolkit to have beside you. Not to rely on as the only thing, because everything can come from within you personally. You don't need the crystals. You can do this yourself, but they're just these little helpful little, the angels are showing me, they're like little animals, like little cats. Of course, cats, because it's cat family with the tiger, cats and little puppies and so on. Dogs, sitting by you, grounding you and protecting you, right? And they're showing me they're little, they're not big. You don't need to be a big tiger. You don't need to have a big fierce tiger and lion and dragon for protection, right? If, some might do, but the message beyond all this is that it's all about you. You can be as strong as weak or weak as you let yourself. And I know that we don't feel it's like we let ourselves. It's like other people let us down and other people make us weak. So really intuit, why is that? What's the missing key? And where do you need to now fill in that gap with your own inner reservoir of strength? And so some really deep, deep messages coming through here that hopefully you can really connect with and feel the energy of the words, because there's really so much deeply resonating energy. And this is how I know, when many, many years ago I started to make videos and articles about Chinese astrology. And really it's, okay, getting the few key points about the animal, but then from there, the intuitive messages that come through, it validates that this is real. And also it just picks up from that, and it connects with you on a deeper level where you can feel that resonance within yourself. So some of the themes you'll really connect with, and maybe others not, or there'll be something in it in every category for you. So whatever you're to dive into that ocean, diving into your passions, diving into your career and your dreams, or anything you're interested and excited about, diving into peacefulness, calm and good energy, vitality rather than drama, walking away from the drama, the chaos, the friction, because that will only pull you down, okay? And it's deceptive. So with passion, this is pure soul, life purpose, pure you passion. What is it you're passionate about at any moment or in general, and really connecting to that. Really, passion is an offshoot of that action and career energy I've been talking about, but it's bringing in the emotional feeling with that water energy into what you do and being driven by that and diving in from there. So let me know how you connect with this information, what messages really are speaking with you, what themes, and pop a look at the description where I'll place all the links that I talked about, and really just have an awesome year. And here's to you embodying the tiger energy and coming from a place of integrity, alignment, and attuned, heightened wisdom.